Hello, welcome back. Well, we didn't win the Premier League in the game against Leicester at home. Highlights coming very, very shortly, which leaves us with the last two games of the season. Can we get it? And the penultimate game, or will we have to wait right until the last? Or indeed, will Manchester City win the Premier League? We're about to find out. Hello and welcome to episode 15 of Making Tottenham Hot Spurs again. My name's Mark, and on today's episode, as promised in the intro, we have the last two games of the Premier League season. First of all against Norwich away from home, and then against Brighton and Hove Albion also away from home. And before I show you what's gone on since you were last with us, I think you ought to look at the highlights of the game against Leicester. And as Lo Celso gets the ball forward to Dele Alli, it's blocked by Thomas. Barnes comes forward with the ball. Iheanacho. Thomas with the throw in to Ndidi, but Hodgberg has got in there, snuck in. Dele Alli, shot. Castagna. Schmeichel wasn't too sure whether that was going to drop into his goal, but Castagna saves the day for Leicester. Sanchez to Dembele. Dembele swings the ball forward. Son's in, and Schmeichel makes a wonderful save. Thomas now with a free kick. Ooh, Casteels. I'm not sure whether he got to that or not. I think he did. Might have even come back off the post. Or Brighton. Header! And it's come back off the crossbar this time. Emerson Royal getting clear. Hodgberg with a free kick now. Oh, it's over the top. I'm not sure whether Schmeichel got that or not. Might have been a bit of offside there, actually. Skip. Clark. Back to Skip. Skip gets the ball forward looking for Bringale. Bringale, can he score? No, Schmeichel makes the save. Corner. Ben Davis with the corner. Emerson Royal, he scored! Tottenham 1, Leicester 0 at the death. Well, there we go. That's how it all ended against Leicester. A 1-0 win puts us in the box seat. We'll have a look at the table in just a moment. But the other game that we played after the Anderlecht game was a 2-0 win against Newcastle. Didn't do much in the first half, but Harry Kane from the penalty spot after 56 and a second after 61 minutes, sealing that win against Newcastle, which really has put us in the position that we are in. And this is how the table looks currently. Everybody played 36. In fact, they tell a lie. Manchester United have played 37 games. Did they play? They played early game. That's why it is. We're all playing today, but they have played the early game. They've beaten Everton by 3-1. So they've played 37. They can only get 77 points. So they're not even going to get in front of Liverpool as it stands. And I think they've done enough. They may not have done enough to get in front of Arsenal as it is at the moment. So they could still end up in 5th. But at the top of the table, as you will see, we are on 86 points. 5 points clear of Manchester City. 2 games to play. That means that one win will get us there. And in fact, no, we could still lose on goal difference if we were to draw one and lose one, and Manchester City were to win both their games. We could still be out. We need 2 points basically out of the 6 that are available to us at the top table. Manchester City, the only team that can catch us, I think. Yes, 86 on that is 84. So Liverpool can't catch us. It is literally between us and Manchester City. Manchester City today are away to Burnley. So that's how it is. We are in the box seat. Our destiny is in our own hands. Only we can throw it away, I think is how you can put it. So that changes the complexion of this, doesn't it, really? When you look at since 2001, Arsenal, Manchester United, Arsenal, Chelsea, Manchester United, Chelsea, Manchester United, Manchester City, Manchester City, Chelsea, Leicester, Chelsea, Manchester City, Liverpool and Manchester City. I think it's about time Tottenham actually took the Premier Division, and because we're making Tottenham Hotspurs again. Right, I've said enough. Let's get through to the action. The first game of two, and the one that could win us the Premier League for this season, 2021-22. Are we going to win it? Let's find out. Here's the team against Norwich. And that team is Casteels, Davis, Sanchez, Sewell and Emerson Royal. No changes from the last match, to be fair. Dembele, Holzberg in midfield. Son, Lo Celso and Clark are attacking midfield. Kane continues up front. Galini, Romero, Winks, Ali, Reguilon, Skip, Brian Gill, Doherty and Dyer are all on the bench. And teams are warming up for this one. Norwich lost in the last couple of games. We're 5 straight wins now. I think we've broken a couple of records as well. I think clean sheet record we have beaten, and I think we're actually equal to the amount of points that we've previously won the record points haul in a season. We're underway and up and running. Right, not a lot going on. Early doors. Just drop a bit of encouragement to the team. We've had one shot, one on target. Scores coming through, but not affecting us. Williams for Norwich. Looking, Sanchez cuts that out. Son. Lo Celso finds Clark. Clark's cut inside. He's gone round his man. He's had a shot. Was that one over the bar? Doesn't go down as a clear-cut chance though, which is interesting. Emerson Royal with the throw, and I see Emerson Royal and Holzberg have both picked up yellows. Emerson Royal to Clark. Clark inside Holzberg. Kane. Emerson Royal. Holzberg looking for Kane. Kane's gone on the overlap. Clark. Holzberg gets it through looking for Kane. Didn't find him. And Holzberg will tidy up. Sanchez as we build again. Dembele. Caught in two minds there. Sanchez to Davis. Sanchez. A lot of pressing from Norwich. Ball to Clark. Clark manages to head it onto Emerson Royal. Emerson Royal finds Clark, who's gone on a nice run. Cross the ball in. Kane! And that's gone over the top. Offside, I think it was. Dembele is tired. Quite sure why, as we head into half time. And that at half time, 0-0. Emerson Royal booked, Holzberg booked. We'll have to talk to them at half time. So I think just saw out of the corner of my eye the score against Manchester City. I think they are 1-1 at the minute. And Norwich City get us underway in this second half. Moving the ball around nicely. No changes I'm aware of at half time. We'll need to have a look for that Manchester City scoreline as soon as we are able to. Kane chasing the ball around. Dembele in midfield. Davis will tidy this one up. Forward to Son. Dembele. Back to Son. Son not going on a run. Davis tries to cut back to Sanchez. Dembele, Kane, Lo Celso now holds the ball up. He's pushed it out for Son. Son goes, will he get across in? No. Dembele, he's had a cut back. Hodgberg holds the ball up. We're not finding a way through, are we? Being very reticent, Norwich. Sanchez, and it all comes to nothing. Yes, Burnley 1, Manchester City 1. Barisic after 35. De Bruyne right on the stroke of half-time with a penalty. It's 1-1 in that. If it remains that and remains this, we have actually got ourselves a Premier League title, but a win would be very, very nice. We need to up the ante a little bit. We'll have a look if things don't change in the next 10 minutes or so. Let's drop a bit of encouragement to the team. Emerson Royal with a throw-in on the far side. Clark back to Emerson Royal. Emerson Royal to Sewell. Holzberg. Sanchez. Dembele looking for Emerson Royal. Finds him. Finds Clark, who's in front of him. What's Clark going to do? Nothing. As it happens. And as I said, I think time for some changes. Let's have a look at what we can do. Dembele is tired. Harry Wink's going to come on for him. So is Hodgberg, really. Perhaps bring Winks on for Hodgberg. Harry Kane not having a good game. Son not having a good game. It's a story of poor. Like I said, I think one of the things I will be doing is getting somebody that come in for Kane, because it just really isn't doing it. Right, bring Gill. Do we bring him in on that right side for Jack Clark? I do have Dele Alli on the other side, so let's bring him on the right. See if we can punch some emphasis into this game as we look for a goal. Norwich have made substitutions as we do our usual opposition changes. Player coming off was on that, so we've done that again. Emerson Royal with the throw in to Lo Celso. Lo Celso, what's he going to do with this? Brian Gill is looking for a way through. Winks finds Emerson Royal on the overlap. Can he get across it? And he can. Deep for Son. Son heads it on. Nobody there. I think he was looking for Kane, but it was beyond Kane. Winks. Sewell. Winks. Kane. Emerson Royal still looking for a way through. Can't find it. He's been tackled and Sargent comes away with the ball. No, nothing being given. If he thought he was into something, Sewell cuts that out. Dembele, Lo Celso, Son. Yes, Son has scored. The referee is denying it though. Thinks it was offside. But the goal is awarded. We are 1-up, and that is 22nd goal of the season. Sewell cutting the ball out. Lo Celso finds Sewell, who was onside. He was right on Aaron's shoulder. Not quite sure whether there was a question mark over that. But maybe because it would potentially... There you go. Maybe because it potentially could be the goal that wins us the Premier League. And if so, I suppose they needed to make sure it was a genuine goal. Davis to Lo Celso. Does this open the floodgates up now? Dembele. We need to be careful that Norwich don't get back at us. Son cuts inside. Son still on the ball. He's been tackled. Dembele. Brian Gill. Lo Celso through to Emerson Royal. Poor shot. Emerson Royal's done everything right apart from putting the shot away. But a corner comes of it. Lo Celso now. Saul try to get his head on it. Sanchez tidies up. Emerson Royal, Lo Celso, who was offside, still coming onside when that ball was played to him. 73 minutes gone. It's still Burnley 1, Manchester City 1. In fact, Fernandinho has been injured in that game. Right, am I going to tempt fate? Oh dear. I'm not going to do anything for a minute on that one. Right. Decisions, what we do from here. Son is tired. We are 70 minutes in. Let's go and have a second change. Well, in fact, a final change. Son, who's not had a bad game really in the scheme of things, but he's out of it. Dele Alli will come on for him. And I think what we will also do at the same time is Wink's a defensive midfielder, he is. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop him back into that slot, do our usual trick, defensive midfield. Kelso will come back as the ball-winning midfielder, or do we put him a box-to-box midfielder, ball-winning midfielder on support. Kane, we're going to change him to an advanced forward because he doesn't seem to be doing much out there. Dele Alli. Play him as an inverted winger on that side as well. Right. Final change. And we're underway. Well, we will be. We are underway now. Norwich City having made their changes. 2 more of them. Just make sure we have the same measure on all these players. Always press max there. Manchester City have gone into the lead against Burnley. De Bela after 75 minutes. And as we come down to 89 minutes, we're going to go to cautious. Oh no, we're going to go to balanced, and we will give the guys a shout of praise. 4 minutes of injury time to play. It's all over and we are Premier League champions. Wow. So the stats at the end, 14 shots, 8 of which are on target, 1.29 against their 4 and 1.30. Didn't really see much from them at all. Our average rating is 7.08. Go to the dressing room. A win's a win, but we have to raise our performance level if we're to make progress. Well done, everyone. Enjoy the celebrations. Harry Kane not really performing today. We will rest him, I think, going into the next game with a view to the Anderlecht game. Lo Celso, he had a good game in that position. I thought he did really well tonight. Congratulations, Sanchez. Again, he's had, since he's come into the team, he's had a cracking performance after performance. You did really well today. Congratulations, Emerson Royal. And finally, Castiles. I think bring Gill again. Did really well today. Once he came on. And Tottenham have clinched the Premier Division title. 89 points, so we've beaten our record. For that, Manchester City 84 points, so the most Manchester City can get is 87. We have beaten them by 2 points, and that's good news. So that is how we see it. We've got lots of stuff going on here. Just for confirmation, Tottenham clinched the Premier League division title. My assistant can deal with that. Still happy, promise has been kept. The season will win the thing. Board delighted with the club vision progress. Board delighted he clinched one of the objectives laid out in the club's vision. Actually expect us to challenge for the Premier League title 22-23, so we're here year ahead of schedule. Board delighted with the club vision to win the Premier Division by 25-26, 4 years ahead of schedule. Bring success, have witnessed their team lift the English Premier Division for the first time since 1961. Fans undoubtedly happy with what their manager has achieved, and the team spokesman for the supporters has commented, having someone like Mark Just Offside in charge was a source of great pride for Spurs fans. Good days are here again. And is this going to be the first of 2 potential silverware this season? We'll see. We'll be resting some players, I think, next time out. Bonuses have been paid. Harry Kane picking up £500,000 because of that. So we've had to pay 1.28 million to Olympic Lyonnais, 1.9 million to Ajax, and $1 million to Aurel Hespalis for those players who had clauses in their contracts if they won the Premier League. But hey ho, we've done it. That's the main thing. So I think it's high time that we went through and saw the final game of the Premier League season. Can we make it a winning final game this time against Brighton? Brighton currently are 18th in the table. We'll see. And the team for the final game of the season against Brighton, Premier League already secure. This is how it looks. Casteels in goal, Reguilon, Sanchez, Romero back, Doherty. You'll see quite a few changes ahead of the game against Olympic Lyonnais for the final of the Europa Conference League trophy. Doherty, as I say, on the right. Skip and Winks in midfield. Clark, Ali and Lucas Moura are attacking midfield. Bergwijn is our striker up front. Galini, Tanganga, Holzberg, Emerson Royal, Davis, Dembele, Gill, Lo Celso and Son all on the bench. Kane having a fine rest. And the rest, hopefully, will happen. Brighton, just to say, Brighton do actually need to win, I think it is, or at least a point to survive in the Premier League for another season. At the Amex Stadium in Brighton, of course. Not a lot of highlights coming our way. Burnley beating Chelsea by a goal to nil. Interestingly, I couldn't see what Manchester City were doing, but Dele Alli and Winks both picked up yellow cards. I'm not sure why Dele Alli is so far back here. Bergwijn. Of course, Dele Alli is playing. I'm thinking Dele Alli's playing as a striker. He's playing in the attacking midfield, central midfield slot. And they're in here. Oh, cut back, and they get the first goal. Mopé, his 13th of the season, and we go a goal down. Mope needs specific marking, apparently. Which we have now done. So, not a lot happened in that first half, other than we were sort of blown to bits, really. Too many changes, maybe? I don't know. But we'll be back for the second half. And Mope kicks us off for the second half. They have made a change. McAllister, I think, has come off, I'm sure. We'll have a look in a minute at that. And Brighton having a build-up. I'm not quite sure what's going on. And Regillion tried to cut that out. Mope's in again, but he's put that wide. Right, from the early bit. Manchester City 0-0 against Newcastle. Doesn't make any difference whatsoever. Right, what were we trying to do? Yes, opposition instructions. So, the player off, we will mark them hard. Maybe we should go to... We got nothing to lose here. We will go to a positive thing in a minute. Right, so we head down to 70 minutes. I think Romero's going to come off because... and we'll bring Javet Tanganga on for him. Bergwijn not doing it. Jack Clark isn't performing out on that left side. Who's going to come on for him? Bring Gill, I think, is the man. Dele Alli going in there. Defending Weiss. Do we have another attacking midfield? We do have Lo Celso, who could come on for Bergwijn. And that will be our 3 changes made. All in one go. Corner from Bergwijn, and it's headed over the top. First real opportunity that we've seen from us. Brighton having the most of the game. Sanchez wins the ball right in the penalty area. Good time tackle. Regillion, Sanchez, back to Regillion. Regillion finds Bryn Gill. Lo Celso, Dele Alli rather. Lo Celso, Dele Alli, Winks, Dele Alli, skip. Brian Gill wide for Lucas Moura, and Dele Alli, he's straight at the goalkeeper. Bryn Gill has a second attempt, but it's blocked. That's a bit better. Things happening now, and with that, Brighton Hove Albion have made some further changes which we need to be aware of. Not much else we can do. We have made all the changes that we can make. And I think this is going to end up a 1-0 loss. It is indeed. Final game of the season. It's a bit of a damp squib, but we did make quite a few changes in order to preserve ourselves, having won the Premier League, and hands on hips simply wasn't good enough. We should have won that match. Unlucky boys. It would have been nice to win here, but it wasn't to be. That's how we finish up. Bit of praise to those individuals that put in a shift. Those three for sure. Unlucky boys, good effort, and Castiles. And that is that for now. So, all done. Final game of the season, and we're all wrapped up. And that is how the table looks. Let's have a proper look at the final league table. Brighton avoid relegation on the final day by the virtue of that 1-0 win. I thought we were going to get the usual kerfuff that we would get from winning the Premier League, but it appears that we've not got it for some reason or other. I'm not quite sure why. So that's how it all finishes up. Lost the final game of the season, but I don't think we're overly worried about that. It was more a rotation type effort that we put in place for that one. So that's how it ends. Let's have a final look at the Premier League. Here we go. Champions on 89 points. Manchester City second on 85, 4 points clear. Liverpool third on 81. Then came Arsenal on 78. Manchester United dropping down into fifth place on 75. Then Leeds and Chelsea on 61. Aston Villa just outside of the European spots in 8th place with 58 points. Relegated Wolves, Crystal Palace and Watford. Leicester and Brighton managing to survive, albeit Leicester on goal difference. So good for them. There we go then. That is the end of the Premier League season. It leaves us with one episode left in this particular season, and that is our Europa Conference League Cup final, which is against Olympic Lyonnais. So we'll be seeing that on the next episode. Hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you have, don't forget to leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe and hit the notification button. Keeps you up to date with all future episodes of this and new series as they are released. Don't forget our sister series at the moment, from the bottom up to the top, not getting many views, so please go and have a look at it. We are currently managing Fisley Celtic in that one. New episodes of Making Tottenham Hotspur again are currently released every Tuesday and Friday at 4:15 p.m. And if you want to keep up to date with what's happening on this channel and more, then you need to follow me on Twitter at JustOffsideFM. Thank you for watching. We hope to see you for the next episode, which will be episode 16. It's out on Tuesday. Have a good long weekend. Until then, goodbye.